Have you ever gone through an interview process and you felt really good about it and you were anticipating an offer and then you didn't get the job? Hi, I'm Delina Bradley, job interview coach and career marketing specialist, and today I am going to share with you some reasons why you may not have been selected for a position you felt really good about. I've worked with people who have driven themselves crazy trying to figure out what it was they said or what it was they did or what they didn't say or didn't do that made them not get the position. And there are so many things that are outside of your control. Number one is maybe there was an internal candidate. A lot of companies and organizations are required to advertise their position externally, even if there is a strong internal person, and then they run everyone through that same process. This is a hard one to come up against because the internal candidate knows the players sometimes, certainly knows the company, and so they're at a huge advantage. Another reason is experience gap. Now, not everyone they bring in is going to check every single box of their required and desired skills. So they may bring you in even if you don't have necessarily everything. However, if they're weighting more heavily, let's say with management expertise or team leadership, and that would be a vertical move for you versus someone who was pretty well established in that realm, then they're probably going to go with the other person. Another reason is a salary gap. Maybe you divulged your salary too early in the process and they felt that you were coming in at a higher salary level than they could afford, or maybe you were with a larger company and they're a smaller company. So there was that salary gap. And another reason is chemistry. This is an intangible and yet so important to an employer. They want to feel like they can work with the person. They want to feel like they like the person. And so if they felt that chemistry and fit more than they did with you, they'll go with that person. Next is maybe they decided to put the position on hold. So the timing just wasn't right. Most employers are going to come clean with this if this is the reason, because it's so neutral. For some reason, maybe they just didn't get the budget that they wanted for the role or something changed. So it's on hold. And the final reason is maybe they redefined the position. So they brought in some candidates in the context of one role, and then as they got to talking with people, they decided they really needed somebody different. This happens more than you think. And at that point, there's really not much you can do about it. So those are some of the reasons. Now, what can you do? Well, leave the process on an up note. And by that, I mean, write them a note, write them a thank you note that says, thanks very much for the opportunity to interview. I'm really excited about your company. And should other opportunities come up in the future, I would love to come in and talk to you again. And that way they realize you're still interested, you're leaving on a positive note. Who knows? Maybe their first person won't work out and you were a close second and you might get offered the job eventually. Or maybe there will be another opportunity and they'll keep you in mind. So these are some of the reasons you may not have been chosen, but generally there's another really good opportunity around the corner. If you're interested in preparing for your next interview, potentially with me, you can visit my website, www.delinabradley.com. In the meantime, I wish you the very best in your next job interview and in your career.